not big people that do big things. It's people that have big dreams and big mind that do big things. Hello? Because many times what you are supposed to do, you refuse to do. So the day you start a job and you see a man in that office and he has been working for 17 years and he doesn't have a car and he's still complaining, and you are resuming in that office, that man is a prophetic picture of your future. If he has been there for 17 years, he doesn't have a car, he has been there for 17 years, his shoe is out of order, his tie is the one they buy at 30 naira on the railway, and you are joining that office and he's telling you, this company good, or guy is very nice, bringing you to the next level of slavery. Not of you that are doing pension or is a fraud, they're just deceiving you. Let me tell you something. Even the pension, let me help you now. Pension is a program you put together for confused people that cannot manage their resources, so that they will not be a liability to you tomorrow. That's what pension is. So yeah, you must do pension, because if you retire now, you become a nuisance. So that at least we'll collect your money and be paying you small till you die. When people are doing things, you will tell yourself, me, I can't do what all these guys are doing, because I don't have what they have. I don't have the knowledge they have. I don't have the connection they have. I don't have the opportunity they have. I don't have the resources they have. I don't have the years they have invested. So let me just start my journey and be moving like that. So imagine you leave home in the morning all dressed up, and someone says, where are you going? Say, oh, I don't know. I just look, I don't know. I don't know. I just dress up, all the things here are being before night fall, something will happen. Guys don't know where to go. Now you are dressed up. I call them the penguins of life. You know penguin, that bird, he has tuxedo with bow tie, and then like that. No, I don't know where to go. So now you know where you are, then you know where you are going to. And one of the things I've come to realize about life is that even when people know where they are and they have a desire, they know where they want to go to, one major missing link is that they use the wrong vehicle. And they wonder why things don't work the way it's supposed to work. And that's why I want to make that my focus. Because one thing I believe you need to do is change your vehicle. Change your vehicle means let your rod be serving the right people now. So that you will not be using your rod, because sometimes trying to help poor people can make you poor. Hello? And like she told us, even after they have given you all their coins, you still have coins. Hello? Do you know how many 10 kobo we come together to make $1 million? So even if you have 1,000 customers giving you 10 kobo, your journey far. Hello? So somebody say vehicle. The reason why I'm taking this slow is because I want you to sink. I don't want to go and then you don't get it. I want you to sink. You need to spend the remaining part of this year to now go on a personal retreat and sit down to ask yourself that question. Now, so we go day. Is this where I'm going to continue my life? Like she said, how many makeup will I do to make 1 million? Hello? Some of you need to change your vehicle. So, you know where you are, you know where you need to be, then comes the issue of vehicle. So vehicle is a means of transportation from your present financial position to your desired financial destination. In the physical, you have vehicles. You can decide to walk or trek, as we say in Nigeria. You can take a bike, you can use a car, you can take train, you can go use a boat, you can fly. But the vehicle matters a lot. Now let's look at a few things about the vehicle. Your vehicle determines how fast you go. Your vehicle determines how fast you go. So there are vehicles you will use that will slow you down. So your heart may be fast, your desire may be fast, your expectations may be fast, but your vehicle is slow. Hello? Let me give you an example. We just got back from Rwanda. I traveled to Rwanda with 52 people. You know, mentorship, all these guys were there, and it was an amazing time. But one of the frustration of the journey was the fact that when we sit inside the bus and the driver is driving, they don't go beyond, is it 60? They said they don't go beyond 60 kilometers per hour. Imagine a Niger man, in this car, they do 60. When nobody say the engine spoil, correct cow, everyone press this thing. But what they now made us to understand is that the governments are so structured their speed limits that if you are going to be a public, drive a public transportation, you will have to take your car to a place where they will install something that when you go to, as you want to go beyond 60, the thing will bring your car back to 60. So they have put policies in place to put you at that 60. So now we will sit down there and our heart is faster than the car. Why is this guy pressing this like this? So we are faster, but the vehicle is slow. So you may have big dreams, but your vehicle is small. Your desire is we go blow, but the vehicle you are using no go blow. You no go blow. Now you go blow inside, you go just bust that there. So if you are using the vehicle you use determines your speed. So you can be in a wrong vehicle and you have great passion, great dreams. You read all the book, go for all the seminar. By the time you return, the vehicle is slow. So it's not because of village people. No, it's vehicle people. It's not village people, it's vehicle people. So your vehicle is the problem. But why do you think that it's village people stopping you when you are trekking? What has village people got to do with your trekking? You think about it. God chose to trek because they told you that trekking, motorbike ministry, they close because you are gata salary is 35 years now. I'm pension. Go to school, get good grades, get a job, retire. So they told you to trek, and they saw trekking as a generational principle in your family. And everybody's trekking and joyfully so. And wondering why things are the way. So this guy is not going to get there. He's even going to get there because he's more intelligent than other people. He's wiser. No, it has nothing to do with intelligence. He's just, he made the right choice. He's not the pilot. He can't drive a plane. He's only leveraging on a vehicle that has existed before he was born. All he needed to do was to be willing to pay a higher price than the man that decided to trek. Say, let me, he said, Abuja na 6K. I can go pay 50,000 for tickets. See what happen. They're just deceiving you, collecting your money. Nobody to reach Abuja. But that's how many of us have refused to pay the price that we need to pay because we feel that somebody is trying to deceive us. And someone is saying, forget it's not the same plane. What's the difference between business class and economy? Flight now flight. Are we not going to get to London the same time? Yes, we'll get to London the same time or in the different shape. Not in the same shape. We'll get there the same time, but not in a different form, not in the same shape. Hello? Sit down with chicken or beef, 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 chicken or beef. When you are in economy and food don't pass you don't pass. Once food has passed you, it has passed. Chicken or beef, chicken or beef, chicken or beef. You waste too much time, you go to the next row. It's mass production. If you are asleep when the food passed, that's the end. You can't say, excuse me, I was asleep when people say, oh, sorry, the food time is over. But if you are in business class or first class, when you sleep, when you wake up, say, now I'm ready now. They will come set your table, take care of you. Last I saw you doing it when we were coming back. I said, oh boy, you teach you to activate deco. So because he was right next to me there, and then now say, well, they have said that's why he now said they should bring his food. The woman now came to you too and said, no, aeroplane food, no be food now. So I don't want. I'm waiting for correct amala. Not all this guy food. Hello. So what are we saying? This guy will arrive first. Why? Because he chose the right vehicle. There are many vehicles. You get it in the book. But I want to talk to you about 4. One that many people do that is wrong. And then 3 that I will advise you to explore. Let's start with this man. Trekking. Paid employment is trekking to the wealthy place. paid employment, is trekking to the wealthy place. So now please listen. Let's go. So that once I'm through with you, I can release you. Listen. When we keep talking about salary, it's not that we all started out from somewhere. There is no point repeating the mistakes we have made. Hello? Because some people say, hey, forget it. Now because I don't make money, make I try my own first. Why must you suffer what we have suffered? If somebody has gone through a road and say that road is not good, though, he say, I don't believe. Let me go and be sure. Why do you want to be sure with your life when you can be sure with other people's failure? Hello? Why? Experience is not the best teacher. The experiences of others are the best teachers. Hello? Guys, say you are okay. If you are, maybe you will sit down, we'll bring you one by one. Because as I'm doing this, I'm like, these guys, thank God you are guys. So now listen. See, when you go to school and you do BSc, they tell you what obtains. And you believe the lecturers and you graduate and they certify you. So you're a BSc student, they give you an information and you collect it. By the time we are doing masters, we start questioning what obtains. In masters, they don't teach you anything, no. You know, so in primary school, you have teacher. By the time you get to university, you have lecturer. So the teacher moves to lecturer. By the time you get to masters, no teacher, no lecturer. We are all learning together, including the facilitator. So at that point, we are questioning everything. So they said this. Is it true? Is this still true? Do you believe? That's what we are doing in master's degree. We are questioning what obtained. By the time you now get to PhD, we create what you obtain. Hello? So there are things that we tell you is not wrong, but it's the information for your level. Because you cannot teach a student additional mathematics when he's in primary school. You will confuse him, you will make him to hate studies. So when they tell you experience is the best teacher, they didn't lie to you and it's not wrong. But as you now move out, you say, it's the experience of others, not your own. Because somebody wants to suffer and say, hey, they say experience is the best teacher. Let me experience it so that we know. Why must it be your own experience? Hello? At a level, we tell you, a tree does not make a forest. A tree does not make a forest. We didn't lie. But at a level, you now realize that even though a tree does not make a forest, every forest begins with a tree. And you can be a pioneer even when nobody is in that realm. Are you getting that now? So you begin to understand different dimensions of the same thing. At one level, your parents will tell you, you're our only child, be careful of all these men. But the same mother that is telling you that, so now say, when you now get married, make sure you don't deprive your husband. The same one say, but you say nobody should touch me. You say, no, you are now married. If you should do the touching now. Now, it's the same mother, but different information for different stages of your life. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So now listen. When you are a salary earner, you are trekking. You are trekking. Listen, salary is slavery. As a matter of fact, the word salary, the root word salary is the word wage. It's called wages. It's the price you pay for a slave. Go and do your research. Google it. Don't believe me. Hello? And then when slaves are being sold, they will measure them on a scale and put them there. This man is 350 pounds. He's very agile. He has muscle. He can row 2 acres. And then they will now begin to bid. So they measure him on a scale. And when you get a job, they put you on a salary scale. And they call you a civil. You are a servant. It's very clear. They put it there, but you still don't know. Civil servant. They told you are a servant. You are a slave. They didn't lie to you. It's you that lied to yourself. Because you keep thinking that the servant is not a servant. It's a civil one. It's a civilized servant. Hello? Nobody can pay you your true worth. So you don't want to start a company. You know the amazing thing? Some people are even working in a place where they have not paid them for the past 7 months, and they are still going. Hoping that very soon, when they pay everything together like this, grand go full. But tell the same person to start a business. Say, how do you want me to survive? How do you want me to survive? But you survive 7 months without income because in your brain told you they will soon pay. But now we tell you do entrepreneurship, and you know it's amazing. The man you are working for was younger than you when they started. You started a company with a man, only 2 of you were staff. 7 years later, there are 200 staff. Abba. And your salary has only increased by 10,000 per annum. No, think more. So every year they do salary increment, you come and give testimony. Annual increment, 10K. That's 800 naira per month. But you have moved from 10 to 20. So by the time you started at 60K, after 10 years, your salary will be 160 with 1 wife and 4 children. And common sense has not told you that something is wrong. Hello? So the day you start a job and you see a man in that office and he has been working for 17 years and he doesn't have a car and he's still complaining, and you are resuming in that office, that man is a prophetic picture of your future. If he has been there for 17 years, he doesn't have a car, he has been there for 17 years, his shoe is out of order, his tie is the one they buy at 30 naira on the railway, and you are joining that office and he's telling you, this company good, or guy is very nice, he's bringing you to the next level of slavery. So are we saying don't earn a salary? We are saying that should not be your bus stop. If you don't want to trek, change your vehicle. So when we say start your own business, it's not because we don't want you to walk, it's because we are trying to tell you this vehicle is slow. It's what? It's slow. Do you know how much Nigeria has in unpaid pension? Even in American social security, there's no security in social security. People are having to go back to work in their 70s just to make ends meet. Because those that came up with pension and gratuity and all these things, they never expected you to be alive. Go and study the history of pension. How did they arrive at 60 years old at retirement, 65-year-old? It's because people were dying. He said, go study. It started in Germany. People were dying. People were not living up to 50 years old. So in the mind of the capitalists, they say, okay, let's set them up. Let's tell them if they work to 65 or 60, we'll give them pension. In their mind, they expected you to die before 50. But they did not know that science and nutrition will advance and help people to now live beyond 60. So by the time they were telling you you will be retiring at 60 and 65 and there will be pension and gratuity and social security, they have eaten your money expecting you to die. When you refuse to die, bubble boss. So there is no enough money anywhere. All of you that are doing pension is a fraud. They're just deceiving you. Let me tell you something. Even the pension, let me help you now. Pension is a program you put together for confused people that cannot manage their resources so that they will not be a liability to you tomorrow. That's what pension is. So yeah, you must do pension. Because if you retire now, you become a nuisance. So that at least we'll collect your money and be paying you small till you die. Yes, so in case you sit down there. Hello? So what do we call it? It's called trekking. So how many of you are trekking now? Now, am I saying go and resign tomorrow? No. We are going to tell you where to start. You can start as a realtor with Madiba Realtor. Hello, and start earning commission. We are launching 5 products. You'll be seeing that picture there. That's the exact picture. That's the design. Approval has been done for 9 apartments. It's on this street. That's one of the reasons why I brought the meeting here. I would have done the meeting in Ikeja or in a place where people can quickly find. But this place now travel. Yes, you are relocating. So we relocated so that it's part of the plan, so that you can come and see where the house is. It's right on the street here. This apartment, they are here, so that's why you see we are doing road, doing everything, preparing. If you sell one of those apartments and you get just 5% commission, you're already a millionaire. You know the amazing thing? My staff, some of them were earning 80,000 per month, and our marketers were collecting 800,000 commission in a month. And the accountant then was earning 165, and he was the one issuing the money. So you are earning 165 in a month. Somebody that is not working with you will come and say, hey, Motitale, so commission me, and you will pay the guy 800. And common sense did not tell you it's better to shift position.
Oh my God.
But because you are accountant. Problem started when I realized that I was the only marketer and sales was not moving. So I came to the office and I said, this year, operation everybody a marketer. They started getting angry. How can pastor say all of us are marketer? I don't understand market. I don't do sales. I'm not a marketer. The accountant came to see me in my office. Say, I would like to see you, sir. He said, this new policy doesn't involve us too. I said, everybody, English the most of me, so everybody a marketer. He said, but sir, really, some of us are professionals. According to our profession, I have to be focused. I say, where will focus? Hello? So, as we are moving to 2022, you don't need to resign. Become a realtor today. That's the lowest entry point in real estate. You don't even need money. And before you know it, you are still earning your salary, but you're now collecting commission, using your network to increase your net worth. Thank you. So next, so let me now show you 3 vehicles that can help your journey. 3 vehicles that can help your journey. Are you ready? So let's start with this one. Entrepreneurship. Somebody say entrepreneurship. It's simply providing solutions, offering value so that you can make money. So as an entrepreneur, you can be a businessman, you can be an investor, but the focus is that you are offering value. It's time to start your own business. Now, let's go again. Please, I want to break it down. When we say start your own business, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should all leave your career and go and start a company and say you have registered a company and doing business. No. Some of you, what you are doing is your rod. But like TMO told us this morning, is understanding who your rod should be serving and how you should be using the rod. So that instead of using the rod with ships, you'll be using it to part Red Sea. So everything you do, there is a business to every career. So you can be a medical doctor now. There is the medical profession and there is the medical business. Isn't it amazing that a medical doctor will go to school and get all the degrees and still be in a great degree of debt and be going on strike? Because they didn't put their name in ages, they didn't pay them, they didn't pay uniform salary, and everybody's on strike. But the Igbo boy, a maker that did not go to school, is in medical business. He imports the syringes, he imports the glove, he imports the cotton wool, he imports the medical supply. A maker is a billionaire. He has kusat. He's in the medical business. The medical doctor is a salary earner. He's trekking, yet he went to school for 26 years. Hello? So, even in that your career, even in that your profession, there is a business aspect. Because even in show business, there is business. Some do the show, and all we see is bling bling on Instagram and TikTok, and they are blinging and they are showing off. But they are celebrity beggars. Because they don't understand the business of the show. If you think that the musicians that you know are rich, go and find out what's happening to their managers. There are people that are packaging them, and they are the one making the money. Why do you think somebody will become so popular, they will make so much money like Mike Tyson and all these other guys, and later they say they went bankrupt? Bankrupt as how? What happened to all the money? Because they are the one doing the show. Somebody else is in charge of the business. Hello? So you need to become an entrepreneur. Start your own business. And it can be the business of your profession, the business side of your career. And it's just as simple as you finding a need to meet Finding a problem to solve, finding a question to answer. Because money flows in exchange for problem solved. Money flows in exchange for values. So instead of sitting down, start something. Start something. Money hides in people. Every time you see crowd, be thinking, what can I offer these people? What can I sell? Everybody should be selling something. I'm making money selling. Hello? Because some people are selling and they're not making money. So as we move into 2022, you need to now ask yourself, what else can I do? So that you will not have just one source of income and you are waiting for salary, and COVID will now come, there is no salary, you are now angry. Hello? I think it was 2012 when they did the Occupy, the one they did. 2012 when they wanted to increase the Jonathan to fuel something. So the whole of January, remember, for like 3 weeks, no work, everywhere was blocked. I was on this same pulpit, and I was telling the people in church, because this is our church, so you can join us tomorrow. And if you live in there, this is our church. That's one of these why I brought you again, so that you know me. The man, is he a pastor? They say, a pastor, that one, now money we know him for if he preach. So I was on this same pulpit, I was speaking, and I was telling them, I said, look, let's pray for our country, and let's pray, because many of you are salary earners, and the way things are going, that if this thing continues into February, salary is not guaranteed for anybody. True life story. One of my pastors, he was sitting down in that corner. I was preaching, and he said, it's a contract. That's what he said. I was preaching. I'm the overseer. My own pastor said, it's a contract. So I looked at it and said, hey, it's a contract. Okay, you better pray that this thing doesn't continue. You will know whether it's a contract or not. All the contracts you have last year, did you get salary? You don't know what they call follow. Follow means you are still a staff, but because everything is not working, we can't pay you now. So go. Your job is secure. When things change, you return. No salary. So after the service, he was greeting me. I said, me, I'm preaching. You are telling me it's a contract. I said, see, there are some things I'm telling you guys, you don't even understand. I said, you are a salary earner. I said, well, one day you will learn. That statement I made, one day you will learn. It took about 5 years for that lecture to happen. So the guy finally started his own business. I was there to dedicate the business. And then after dedication, so about 8 months or more later, I said, these guys, let's branch. My wife and I, we branch to just encourage him again. We got there. So he said, things are not moving. Things are, people are, I said, business, you need to push in marketing, push in this, push in that. So I said, where are all the people that, you have like 4 staff that time now. Where are all of them? He said, no, I can't pay you. I've told them to go, I cannot pay. I said, no, but it's a contract. It's a contract. The guy said, Is that a, I said, no, it's a contract. You have to pay them. Why do you let them go? Unfortunately, that business went bankrupt less than 4 months later. No, true life story. Because sometimes you don't understand that there are spiritual laws that also backs up this thing. Somebody is giving information to help you, say it's a contract. He couldn't pay. He showed that the business is dead till now. Hello? So start your own business. Hello? Another vehicle. Because let me tell you something. Start your own business. Why have you not started? You are afraid. What if it doesn't work? What if it works? Courage is not the absence of fear. It's moving on regardless of your fear. Do you know what? It's better to start early. You know the amazing thing? I've sat down with retirees and some people are here that are elderly. When they now finally retire, you ask them, what do you want to do? Say, when I collect my money, I want to start business. After you are tired. No, see, so when they retire after that 35 years, they are now waiting for money to start business. But they have spent 35 years earning instead of learning. You don't work to earn, you work to learn. And the more you learn, the more you earn. So if you are planning to start the business after you retire, why not start now? Why not start now? So when many of us tell you our story. We'll tell you many of the businesses we have started that didn't succeed. In fact, we had a major summit for the past 2 days. It's a residential summit, high net worth summit by one of our mentees that is coming up too. And Timothy was also there as one of the facilitators were speaking. And when he was sharing about, I wanted to talk, I said, let me know, I wanted to say, so photographer Moro here. When he was telling how that he used to be, he has done recharge card business. What's that? That bulk SMS business. Then he did at a point I want Gary, they will bring rice, bring Gary and share it. They will go and buy in the market and share among family. All manner of businesses that all these people have started, all my boys, they've done all kinds. Trying. One day this ones went into the certificate, let tag my I said, they told me, they say, your boys are selling something. I say, certificate. 419 here. There must be a product or a service. I said, wisdom. They say, you have started doing 419. We cut you off completely. It's not about you. Go and stop it. Shut it down now. What certificate are you selling? It's hustling. Everybody's looking. Do you know how many businesses they have done that didn't work? But if you start early, if you start at 18, you fail at 21, you cry till 33 or 23, you start again. You fail at 25, you cry again for 2 years. At 27, you start again. By the time you fail and rise, by the third time, you will know how not to fail. Do you understand? So go and start. God bless you. You are going to be the last because it's elderly. So let's use you so that we will not have stories that touch. So it's easy to preach now. You will just see. So okay. Now I want to talk about intellectual properties. Intellectual property. There are many vehicles, so I'm just choosing 3. Entrepreneurship, intellectual property, and then we'll wrap up with real estate. Now, what's intellectual property? Intellectual property is your own brainchild. Is your idea. Is you printing your own money. You can print your money legally by coming up with your own product and your own service that is unique to you, and anybody that wants to use it must pay you. So I've written over 100 books. I have over 1,000 audio programs. Many of you have bought, many of you will still buy. The School of Money book you are buying, do you know when I wrote School of Money book? I wrote School of Money book in 2011 and I released it in 2012. And many of you have never heard of the book before, you are just hearing it. But the book alone has already spent like 9 years. So imagine, I wrote a book called Pathway to Wealth. It was formerly How to Be a Millionaire. I wrote that book in 2006. It was released in 2007. They are still buying today. I became an author 32 years ago. The first set of books I wrote is Friends and Friendship and Power of Mercy. It's still there. People are still buying. So I labored once. But for that one labor, people will continue to pay. Hello? Are you getting what I'm saying now? The audio I'm telling you to buy now at 75% was produced years ago. We have sold millions. But you will still buy again. We'll still collect from the same audio. So intellectual property is coming. You see all this, I love Gucci. I love Louis Vuitton. Now person name. When will they buy Sade? When will somebody buy Shalewa? When will they buy Jide? You are priding yourself that you are carrying another person's label and you don't have a label. All the things you are calling designer is somebody else's brainchild. Why has your brain not given birth? And you are proud that you are using the latest iPhone. Something to do your eye. You have not finished 12. They say 13 has come out. Now, it was just yesterday I was hearing that Apple is now doing one cup. Shake up, a mug, Abi, like a cup. And the handle alone, the handle is like 1,800. You won't use useless money. Wait $800 for the handle of the cup. That's when you drink, the cup will be measuring your temperature. But because they know that you will want to reign, that's why you are buying gari from China. When gari in Nigeria is there, they are importing gari and palm oil from China to your country, where you are the owner of the gari. Wash your teeth with charcoal and salt. You say it's local. Now Oyibo has carried charcoal. Go online. They are now selling charcoal. The same charcoal, they are now manufactured it, and you are buying so that you can be reigning. You know, it's a special charcoal. It's not the one in Elisha. It's special charcoal, special bondage. Hello. So what's intellectual property? Come up with your own products. Come up with your own products. Sit down and think, what can I come up with? Imagine, water is free. You can produce your water. Water is water. No copyrights. Calendar is calendar. Diary is diary. Journal is journal. Hello, there are so many things existing that you can create your own and go into merchandising and go into all kinds of stuff. So come up with your own brainchild. Do you know you can go to China and what is already existing, you can start your own brand? If something is already existing and people are buying, just say, I want to start my own. This is the name. Hello? Somebody say intellectual property. Many years ago, a man wrote a song. They do that 6 times. You don't know because you are probably younger. That is the real man that sang it. His name is I.K. Dairo. He's an elderly man. In those dance, not the other. It's like that. That's the way our parents used to dance it. But guess what? When the song tried to blow and nobody knew the song and the thing was not working, he applied the Isaac principle and began to redig the well of his father. So he now took the song and sang his own version. That's the one you know. That's your generation. He took his father's song, intellectual property, upgraded it to his own generation and started making money. If you try that, you'll be in jail by now. It's called copyright because it's not your intellectual property. All you know is generational curse. Where is the generational blessing that you can dig? Now, his name is Paul Play Dairo. Now, if Paul Play's son now wakes up tomorrow and wants to go into the music industry and is not making an headway, he too can redig the well of the father and bring it to his own generation. Oh, mama, you gonna know. Hey, Olorun Agbaye. Olorun Agbaye. Let me tell you about Olorun Agbaye. Let me tell you how much is your rire. Buyaka. Hey. Same intellectual property. Generation after generation. But you, all you know is that your father was a witch. Your grandfather was an olokun. And you too, you must be a babalawo. Hello? So, sit down now and think, what can I produce? What product, what service can I come up with? Now, think about it. She gave a very powerful example of the dress she's wearing. Do you know that you can create any design and put your label on it? Why have you not? For many years, in our family, every December, we have what we call the family meeting or family get together. So everybody comes to my house for a week. We all spend the end of the year together. And one particular year, I sat down and I scanned everybody, and I suddenly realized that in that our family meeting, we had like 3 fashion designers. And all of them were trying to do check, fashion designer, 2,000 naira, 8,000 naira, whatever. So I told her, I said, why can't you people do your own products? Why can't you come up with, somebody can take a children label and start doing children clothes, children gown, you can and why can't 3 of you come together and do a fashion show? Instead of, it's not big people that do big things, it's people that have big dreams and big mind that do big things. Hello? Because many times what you are supposed to do, you refuse to do. So, thank you. Let's close. Real estate. So finally, you want to go to the wealthy place, the final vehicle I want to talk to you about is real estate. Real estate is a very, very powerful vehicle of wealth creation that also serves as a vehicle of wealth retention. So, think of it. Where you are sitting right now, we bought this land 70,000 naira per plot. The first 4 plots was 280,000 naira for the first 4 plots. And it took us almost a year between 1999 and year 2000 to pay the 280,000. 280,000 was like the world will come to an end. We struggled to pay. By the time we finished paying for the first 4 plots at 70,000, our capacity has increased. This place was a dunghill. We brought in tippers, and for a whole week, tippers were carrying dung. This was a heap of dung, this place. We were carrying dung away from it. It was a mountain. People gathered together and said, this guy is stupid. Who is advising him to enter inside this place? And after the dung was a water. In fact, this place, some people came here with a 7-foot rod. They put it inside and the rod disappeared. And they said, we don't know who is advising him. Does he know what it means to reclaim this kind of place? But when I came here, I saw possibilities. I saw that there is enough land to keep buying and keep buying and keep buying. So we bought the second 4 plots. The man said it's 100,000. After a while, we bought again. The last set of 4 plots we bought was bought at 250,000 naira in 2002. When we bought the first 4 plots at 70,000 naira, I announced to the church, I said, church, this is an opportunity to have a land. This land is genuine. We can have land here. All of you, that because by virtue of the church coming here, this place is going to blow. People will start coming here. That's why it will not be good for us to be spectators. I want you to go and buy all the adjoining land so that you too will have land here. After service one day, some people did not know that I was coming. They were talking about me. Say, our pastor, you shall come and like bury me. They were discussing me after service. They were insulting me, and they were members of the church. And I kept quiet. I didn't say anything because it's their level. Today, if you have 15 million, you can't see land here. The cheapest land you can get on this street now is 20 million. And that's inside. But when I had money, I bought my own. Hello? It is the one I bought that I did CFO that I'm now using to do the same apartment. The next thing they will say, oh, this pastor, where do they see money? You refuse to practice what I told you. I practice what I preach. Today I'm going to be putting 9 apartments on it, and you'll still be wondering, what are they doing? You want to become wealthy? Think of it. My parents were only able to build 1 house. Now listen. When my father and mother bought the land in the 80s, they had to do what they call ajo. You know what they call ajo? Contribution. So they will contribute. The one that my father will carry April, my mother will carry May. You know those kind of carry after carry, so that they can join it together. That's how they were doing the thing, little by little. While they were building that house, my father was a custom officer that worked in Nigerian custom for about 36 years. By the time my father retired from custom, the money they gave him for 36 years of labor was not even compared to the appreciation of the 1 plot of land that he has. So the question is, was it not even better to have bought 6 plots and sit down without going to work? I'll be waiting for the land to meet you. Today now, people come here, they say, 2 acres. How did these people get this land? Everybody you see here met us here. We were like a lone ranger in the village, in the forest. But today now, people are building everywhere. And now we're talking of 9 units of apartments. So you want to become wealthy? A city today was a village yesterday. A village today will be a city tomorrow. You don't wait to buy land. You buy land and wait. So whatever you can afford now, many of you are sitting down here right now, you can afford 300, 500, 1 million to buy a plot of land. As long as the land is genuine, buy, secure. It's called land banking. Guess what? Continue about your normal life. When you return in 5 years' time, when you return in 10 years' time, when you return in 15 years' time, you will be shocked that the 1 million that you put on ground was busy while you were also busy. You will return to a land of 15 million. And you will discover that even after you have labored all your life, you couldn't gather 1.5. But the land was able to gather more than you can gather. So, I'm closing today with the gospel of real estate. It's time to go into real estate and start your journey to the wealthy place. And we always tell people, anybody can play the real estate. But the easiest way to play in the real estate is to be a realtor. So that as a realtor, you can sell for other people, like TMO said, and be earning a commission. And from the commission you are earning, you gather the money to start buying your own or start investing into cash flow producing real estate. And from there, you begin to move. So, the vehicles of wealth creation are real. But it is now your responsibility to choose the right vehicle so that your journey can be faster. So that instead of trekking and waiting for 30 years, because you can actually get there, maybe by the time you start saving money regularly, maybe one day, just maybe at the age of around when you're doing your 70th birthday, you can just buy a brand new car. So you will still get there at 70, maybe at the age of 75, you can just build one small bungalow and people come and do housewarming. But what's the glory of a car you buy at 70 that people will advise you not to drive so that you will not die? No, think of it. Think of it. And then you want to become rich when the doctor will now tell you, don't eat sugar, don't eat salt, don't eat this, don't eat that. And you have money and you can't eat, don't eat egg, don't eat milk. Kill our veg. Thank you.